Hello there and welcome along to another video on a right nice pint. It's James here with another review. I was going to bring the machine up, but the machine is downstairs. I'm in a bit of a rush. I've got to go, so I haven't been able to bring the machine up. Yes, I poured this and the head was a bit bigger on it when I did it. This came in from the beergals.com, the perfect draft suppliers for the Republic of Ireland, and I've got in my hand, or in my glass, Tiny Rebel Cali Pale, which comes in at 5% ABV. It costs €49.75 for the keg. You get €5 back when you return the keg as well. So, Tiny Rebel, they are based in Newport, Wales. Great reputation, wonderful beers in the perfect draft. This is my first time having the Cali Pale. So that did have had a finger ahead on it. It's dissipated since, but that's completely my own fault. So I do apologize. Next time the machine will actually be sitting beside me for the next video. So let's get the nose on this. To be honest, because of the head dissipating very quickly, I'm not getting as much aroma as I probably would have if the head was there properly. So what I am getting is hints of grapefruit. Mango and grapefruit, hints of it. Not that strong on the head because of the way it is there. Bubbles wise, what have we got? Not a whole lot of carbonation either coming through the glass. Let me see. As I look in, it is hazy in colour. And as I look in deep into it, there's small bubbles rising through the glass quite slowly. So medium, maybe a medium carbonation there really, but you can't see a whole lot. It is a hazy kind of a straw yellow color is what we've got on this beer. So yeah, let's dig in. Tiny Rebel Cali Pale Ale on the perfect draft. Oh, that's beautiful. It's really refreshing. It's extremely refreshing. It's Friday evening and this is really, really refreshing. It's at 3 degrees. It's so cold. It's really, really nice. Really, really good. So lots of grapefruit, punching with grapefruit, punching with pine, and not bitter really. It is quite sweet. I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of bitterness to this. I'd put it maybe in sweetness wise, maybe a 3.5 out of 5 in terms of sweetness. Bitterness level is probably a 1. Let's try this again. Yeah, it is very, very weak in terms of bitterness. So if you don't like bitter beers, this will suit you down to the ground. So it's lovely, lovely tropical flavors that come through on the beer, and it's easy drinking. It's 5%. I would say it probably it tastes a bit weaker than 5% maybe. Go body wise, it's not that thick. So it's not as thin as a lager, but there's a little bit more to the body than a lager, but then at the same time it's not like overly it's not really creamy really. It's kind of maybe in between the light to medium in terms of body. So what do they say about this beer? Well, they say it's really crisp and refreshing. Well, we've already said that. I have to say it is an extremely refreshing beer. A hint of citrus hops, we've already covered that. Really good session beer. I did say it tastes weaker than 5%. It goes down really, really nice. It packs a nice tropical punch, though not as much as its distant cousin, Club Tropicana, and it's backed up with a gentle kick of pine and a fruity finish. Yeah, I think we've pretty much said pretty much what the beer gals have said really on that. I'd have to agree. It is nice and sweet. Like I said, it tastes weaker than 5%. So yeah, Club Tropicana had more of a bang to it. There is absolutely no doubt about that. So Cali Pale Ale, where do I rank this? Well, actually, I never did the carbonation levels in the mouth. Excuse me. I want to try and cover everything when I do these. So yeah, look, I'm not getting a whole lot. There's some carbonation there, but it's not overly carbonated or anything. So yeah, it's a very good beer. You drink a lot of these. You drink these very quickly. You know, we're into the weekend, Friday evening. You finished work. You want to go out and have a few beers. If you had this on draft, if for if you're at home, you'll fly these into you. There's no doubt about that. I'd love this on a summer day. Like it was lashing rain, pissing rain here today. So it's not an ideal day for maybe this to really get the maximum potential out of this beer, but certainly, you know, barbecue, hot day, this would be just fantastic. For sure, it would be. So Tiny Rebel, Cali Pale Ale. For me, it's not my favorite Tiny Rebel beer, but it's still beautiful. It's still really, really nice. I would prefer the Club Tropicana to this personally. But I'm still going to give this quite a nice rating. I think it deserves a 9. 8.5 to 9. We'll say 9. I'm going to give this 9 out of 10. For me, I prefer the Club Tropicana. It is missing. I'd prefer something that really did pack a bit more of a punch in the flavor. So like I said, tastes weaker than 5%. I prefer to get a little bit more of the flavor profile, because yes, you've got some lovely grapefruit, citrus notes there, some mango in the middle of that as well, and you got your pine. But it is quite it's more subtle than other beers available on the machine. So yeah, so in that regard, I prefer something that actually had a bit more of a bang to it. But this is okay. It's still fine. It's still a good beer. Like I say, good session beer. They've described that. The beer guys have called it a good session beer. I'd have to agree. It is one that it's going to be very easy drinking, very enjoyable too. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. So I think it's a good all-round beer. On the perfect draft system, 3 degrees, perfect, very, very nice. Tiny Rebel Cali Pale Ale, 9 out of 10 from a right nice pint. If you'd like to get yours, go to thebeergals.com if you're in the Republic of Ireland, and they currently have discounts on their kegs and on their perfect draft machines as well. Georgina and Rosalind will sort you out. That is it from me at a right nice pint. If you've enjoyed the review, hit like. If you've had this beer and you'd like to tell me what your thoughts are on it, leave a comment on the video, and remember, hit subscribe as well if you're not already a subscriber. And if you're wondering what's going on with all the foam panels behind me, they will eventually be up on the wall. I have to leave them there to expand for a couple of days, and then they're up on the wall. New webcam coming with a webcam arm and that kind of stuff. So I will be able to do a little bit more in terms of these streams. But yeah, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate the time you took to watch the video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon for a right nice pint. Have a great weekend.